The members of the royal family have been arriving at the palace ahead of trooping the colour. We've seen a car carrying the Princess of Wales wearing a pale outfit, arriving just a few moments ago, making her way into the palace. This is, of course, a really big moment, isn't it? It's the first time we've seen her on an official duty this year. In her own words, in that unusually personal message she wrote, she said that throughout her cancer treatment, she has had bad days and good days, but this definitely must be one of those good days as we see her, like I say, for the first time since Christmas Day out in public, making this appearance, attending. You can see her there ready to attend trooping the colour, the King's official birthday parade. She's arrived at the palace where she will be getting in a carriage alongside her 3 children. They will make their way along the Mall towards Horse Guards Parade where they will watch trooping. They will then head back to the palace and make their way onto that iconic Buckingham Palace balcony where the scene is set behind me. For the balcony moment, she'll stand there alongside other senior working royals for what will definitely be such a defining moment of this day. It's been such a challenging year, hasn't it, for the royal family, with both the King and Kate's cancer diagnoses. For example, the King himself has had to make changes to his day. He won't be riding on horseback today for his birthday parade, but is said to be delighted that the Princess of Wales is able to make it. Her team from Kensington Palace are really keen to stress, though, that today does not mark the start of her returning to public life and public duties, that although she's been working from home a bit, she's been able to hold a few meetings behind closed doors and hopes to be able to attend some engagements as the summer approaches. This is very much, not confirmed at the moment. They will just have to see how she goes. She wrote it herself, didn't she, when she said, "I'm not out of the woods yet," but certainly today feels positive and, of course, encouraging that she is in herself well enough to come here today, because she knows as soon as she steps out onto that balcony behind me, the eyes of the world will be watching her today.
Yeah, and as you say, Laura, the first steps back into public life for Catherine on one of the biggest days in the royal and military calendar.
Yeah, it really is one of those big moments in the royal calendar. We often say, don't we, that the royal year plays out a bit like a school term. You've got 3 terms, set-piece events, and this definitely is one of them. I mean, the reason they hold this event in June is because the weather's meant to be nice. Not quite like that today. We hope it brightens up a little bit later, but this is one of those big military events. You can see behind me there are troops making their way towards Horse Guards at the moment. Lots of people have turned up here today. I mean, right from the die-hard fans late last night into the early hours of this morning, they started arriving. There is a group of protesters from the protest group Republic. They're gathered with their yellow flags. Senior royals will definitely see them as they make their way up the Mall, but positioned right next to them is this counter-protest we've been seeing recently, people who will then sing the national anthem loudly and wave large Union flags at the same time. But that will definitely be on view as the King and, of course, the Princess of Wales and other royals travel along the Mall towards Horse Guards before trooping the colour begins a little later on.